Hey, Speed Gaming. We're back again. Like as we were saying, they're already set up and have begun the race. This is gonna be the Game 5 match between A Team and Catgirls. And so our runners are gonna be Audra for A Team, Sloters for Catgirls, and we're playing Major Minor, Full Area, and Boss Shuffle. So that's gonna be very randomized mode, Full Area, and Boss Shuffle. These are extremely skilled runners, particularly with Randomizer. So we're going to be in for a great match here. And neither one with Moonfall. So that's something we get to see right at the start. But this is going to be the normal start to any major minor seed. They come down, pick up Morph Ball, pick up an E-Tank first. Because our major minor locations are going to have the Morph Pedestal as well as the Ceiling E-Tank. And then we'll see what the seed gives them from here. Early on, we're always going to be watching out for miners. That's going to be the Super Missiles and Power Bombs. In the next few seconds, we'll see what's on the Alpha and Beta Missile locations. See what kind of seed we get today. I mean, the barrier randomizer wants to be. But we already have power bombs. Power bombs lets you do a lot. So C's not going to be too crazy.
Thanks for holding it down for me, Asi. And again, welcome back. We're excited for this race, as everyone can tell.
Yep, we're moving. So we do have power bombs and an area shuffle. So we're gonna get this left side transition check. So get to update our tracker right away.
Yep, these two played earlier this week. It was a what am I trying to say? It was a dash recall seed. Yes, Audra took that one for the A team, and we're trying to get those heads straightened out. I promise you. It is 2-2. This is game 5, so kind of has to be the score. Otherwise, it would be over. And yeah, also made mention of that. This is Season 1 champion on the right, Season 2 champion on the left. The Season 3 basically champions were eliminated from today, so this has been a very competitive tournament. It's very difficult to continue on in this tournament and do well, and a lot of people are coming for that title of Randomizer League champion, and these are the only two that could defend any kind of throne, and they're fighting for their lives, and they're both doing well so far.
Yeah, every runner in playoffs is strong at this point, and with Southern Route out, anyone can win the league.
We have both runners are out of power bombs given the portal check that they had to do down there at the bottom, plus the old mother brain, which gave them missiles. So 230 unchecked, that could be something that they come back for. We are still looking for supers, and we have to do a ship refill to get more power bombs.
Yeah, it's just something that comes with making the blue brain transition check. You're gonna run out of power bombs here. We have seen some runners skip the old mother brain minor just as a way to skip that ship refill. But you do still need supers at this point, so you do want to check all the minors you can.
And yeah, there was some talk in the chat about the double lack of Moonfall, and they were pretty synced for a lot of this, and as you can see, they just resynced like pretty much perfectly. Like there's a handful of frames between the two runners right now. So, running fast and running together.
Same items. Keeping pace. Ooh.
One 230 check and one not.
I think normally you don't make this 230 check. Pretty slow, and you're still expecting supers to show up somewhere. They weren't there. It's a win for Audra.
Yeah, I made a point. I want to say it was in a Nevdi's race last week that like there was a situation where like BT was power bombs and the other runner didn't get it, so like it was like, oh, are there gonna be other power bombs? But like when like one of those gated miners, quote unquote, is in a like easy to reach location, it makes it more likely that like it's done gating you, so it'll just give them to you, so you can kind of not worry about it. But in this case, we didn't get the supers either, so we are still looking for those. We find the middle of Green Bryn here. Sodas is also doing this back of Gauntlet Scout, which Audra did not do. Does not see a super either. And yeah, checking this portal first when it's a one-way green door on the other side, I kind of like. And yeah, all of this is going to put Audra a decent chunk ahead.
Yeah, the back of Gauntlet check right now isn't all that valuable because you can't just go through. Don't have enough power bombs to actually collect the items. So it makes sense to not check it. A lot of early portal information here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, which direction they went. Ooh, tube check. Which was honestly one of the things that wasn't on my mind. I was thinking about like items in the other portals, but like no supers means Spazer's not available. X-ray's like kind of not a thing you really want to do on this loadout, I'm gonna say. This tube is another Open Warfare transition.
Going through Red Tower is not that powerful. You don't have supers. There's a lot of green doors there.
Yeah, so the lower right part of Red Tower cleared for Audra, and they are going to return to Green Bryn. You're almost certainly getting supers this direction. It would be kind of difficult not to, frankly. And if they're not, in Green Bryn, then you're gonna have to go through a door, and they're probably gonna be there. So very likely that this will all be fine. But if we don't find the supers very quickly, Wavegate has a chance of being isolated.
They also just went through a green door, so there's a slim chance of getting stuck. Very slim chance.
Yeah. So if the other Red Tower item isn't a super missile, we're not doing Wavegate. There was some chance that Charge Beam was wave and we could have done it the normal way, but it does give us our first supers. Not surprising to me.
Not surprising at all.
Sloters is doing the other direction. She's not gonna decide to prove me wrong with the you don't want to do X-ray on this equipment. I was not gonna lie, I was a little worried when the door opened.
Power bomb to open the door.
Yeah. And we find back a little Norfair. It's a good thing to know about. Ooh, and she's gonna do it. Oh goodness. Oh, and that's a speed booster. So that means you're full clearing Green Bryn first time through. No worries about waterway at any point in the seat. That always feels good. I happen to know Sodas is very good at this strat. You can see how well she's doing right now. So I don't expect this to end in catastrophe, but especially if there's no E-tank here or like a good item, which there's an E-tank, so that's helpful. Getting out can be a little bit slow because if you wait for the waivers, it takes forever, and if you don't, you're doing 60 damage spikes, which is what you've been avoiding by using the waivers. So that's where things can get a little bit dicier, but she did great.
Yeah, doing the X-ray deboost, it's not too hard to do. It's just messing it up is very punishing. That you would certainly die on this kind of health. That's what makes it scary.
And I don't believe Audra actually cleaned up the waterway, which is a little interesting to me.
All right.
Maybe didn't have a power
Hey, what
bomb.
was power
That's
bomb
actually
count?
my best guess. Yeah, that's my best guess that they just didn't have a power bomb to do it. Yeah, chat's confirming. So
Yeah, when you come in from the pink side, you tend to run out of power bombs. It's not until you get over to these B-toms that you refill your power bombs.
area kind of makes it a little bit better to get back to just because like, you know, the new or not the Green Hill Zone door is an area transition, so like, you know, you can just pop in and pop back out there pretty quickly. It'll just be interesting to see if and when that does get back to it, you know, what it ends up being. If and you know, there's also the chance that this portal is something they don't really want to follow and they just have to run back through anyway. But it would have to be like something in Meridia for that to be the case, I think. Yeah, we got wave beam here as well, so you know, a couple beams and speed booster. This is a pretty good, you know, green Brinstar. We also got some
Trade
E-tanks.
Great beams.
Ooh.
Trade.
And there's our
Shuffled
first
trade.
boss location. Yeah. So this finds Kraid in a criteria crab, which is what I like to call this, and says, I can only kill, you know, the easy bosses. And it's quite the time sink, and she also, you know, left behind a green Bryn. So, you know, not the worst thing to do. The knowledge could be valuable, but it's not too bad to get back here.
The problem making this battle crab check is that you have to CWJ back over the moat if you want to go that way.
Yeah.
Looks like Slur's gonna run left.
She also didn't do the red elevator check, I want to say. So that could also be a reason wanting to go back that way. But yeah, CWJ right. Being it what it is, may choose to retrace the other way, or you know, also health and all resource refill. Not too bad here. So yeah, honestly,
you have to walk into that green door to Pink Brinstar without supers, without a way out through this transition.
Yeah, I guess Moat was also supers. It looks like that's where Slaughter's found them, so that was a different way that it could have happened. But yeah, the way that Audra did it seems like it's probably what it wanted from you, and like, you know, found 15 supers. It's all gravy. That Meridia portal is putting them back here to more than likely check this waterway. And yeah, Slaughter's is now going to be here and gain quite a bit of knowledge. I'm going to say the Kraid knowledge probably the most valuable of that. But didn't get anything good at X-Ray, just an E-Tank, so that play isn't going to be something that's going to, you know, win or lose her the game, frankly, but too high.
I guess X-Ray is easy to isolate sometimes. It just has the item knowledge. It's hydrate.
That is some nice movement for this whole seed.
Yeah, really good movement. Really early in the seed. So it's really nice.
We'll see. I think probably because of like the things that Sloters has done, as well as just doing that ship refill, Sloters can, you know, do this waterway now and have it just a bit sooner. I feel like it really doesn't matter that much because like you have to path back this way anyway, but that is something that could factor in. And yeah, until Audra gets to Moat, Sloters is likely gonna have a super advantage of one pack, which only charge wave supers are still extremely valuable, especially in a boss shuffle settings where Ridley can be anywhere and he might not have Varia, but very much would want to kill Ridley.
Yeah, I don't think this earlier relative to the Brinstar cleanup high jump find is going to speed up Sloters a noticeable amount. And we see Audra make the same red tower checks. Likely not going to have a way to kill Dragon and Ridley by the time they get to Great. Spring Ball.
That's a
Spring Ball's way
Dragon
to
though.
a Dragon.
It's a slow, suitless ammo Dragon, and your ammo's not super duper high, but like yeah, Audra very capable of doing the double spring ball jump, and oh
With full ammo, this would be enough.
yeah, and choosing to go back, I guess probably just wants to head up in Norfair. I think that's where this tube goes. Yeah. Um,
Maybe a different Norfair.
yeah. I was expecting similar to what Slaughter's did. These the portal cleanup at the top, but oh, the croc, is this croc door? Here it, hold on. No.
Croc door is criteria, so it
Yeah.
does connect there.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just run across
Passes through
criteria. That's a faster hell run than from Lava Dive, which is where Moat was. So I think this makes sense. Just
Safer.
yeah. And you get to farm this Kegel and get some power bombs, which they only had 2 of. So yeah. With speed and 3
Happy
tanks,
with the
it's
300 health.
yeah. It's not too bad. And it looks like they're also gonna check out the cool side first. With a safe scum, which which Duck did in the last game to varying amounts of success.
With speed, doesn't really need the save scum. That might be a safety save.
Yeah, don't even need to do the very tight short charge here. You can just jump from the bottom, which is nice. As long as you don't, you know, dip in the lava for too long and
Yeah, dipping in the lava is the part where you might take a little bit extra damage, but does make it through. Gonna
yeah.
get this high jump major, and then we'll have pretty low health going to Ice Beam, unless this is an E-Tank.
Yeah, an E-Tank or Very obviously would both be nice. Yeah, there's the E-Tank, and then
Good
we'll see
refill.
about some items as well as some transitions. These 2 left side upper Norfair ones are the ones we haven't seen. And because of where the other 2 were, that's not a knowledge gap from Sloters to Audra. So talk about this sometimes, like finding the hell runnable Norfair portals from the other side is like really, really valuable in these. And it's not like a skill that you have, it's just kind of something that can happen, but not having to hell run to them and just like happening upon them from somewhere else makes you save a whole lot of time if you're doing this upper Norfair without Varia.
Yep. We already have all the slower upper Norfair portals known. So I think that makes you free to be able to check the majors over there and then just run back and check these portals after.
That's an interesting option I wasn't considering.
I'm just wondering like, where those portals will go, because we have a lot of Meridia portals open.
Yeah, haven't seen West Meridia at all yet. Also haven't seen Wreck Ship, and then 2 of the 3 dead ends are also unknown. Those being Torian and Croc. And yeah, that isolated right elevator check for Sloters. If it's like at some point deducible Turian, it might not be that bad, but depending on where also Croc is, if you're having to like 50-50 some like boss, like for example, like the back of Red Ship, if you have to like 50-50 that at some point, it could be kind of unfortunate. Really just depends on how the rest of these doors lay out. And yeah, for Audra, like not knowing that middle red tower is back of lower Norfair means that the only way they're gonna get to like red tower to get back there to check it is the moat check or wherever red tower goes. Moat check is by Kraid, so they would have to run across criteria at some point to do that. And who knows when any of these things happen.
It's just top of red tower. Wouldn't be much of a problem to check there at some point.
Vanilla reserve.
Yeah, from looking at the combined knowledge, I like checking these majors here as far as where the potential next progression can be.
Yeah. Unfortunately, just a little bit short of Crystal Flash ammo for both of them, so every check and then subsequent health refill is just gonna have to be some bug farms. Um, there's at least one miner with every major check here in Upper Norfair though, so you're likely to well, I mean, you're gonna see a miner. Whether or not you get a power bomb is, up to the rando gods.
Gonna see just how long Audra sits here farming health.
Farm is being not super nice as far as like it feels like it's small health and ammo a lot, but with speed, yeah, I was expecting you can just go there.
Yep, farm about this much, and you're hoping. Well, I don't know if you're hoping for an E-tank here, but if you do find an E-tank, then your health is going to be set to full, and farming before this point would have just lost time.
So yeah, we do get an E. That's gonna make Wave pretty, accessible, as well as I want to say the portal, which we know where it goes. I'm gonna look at it again and see where that is, because there's a chance they want to take that out. Yeah, it goes back. Whoa! Retro Peebs is where single chamber goes, so meme route. That's a long way up a criteria, so I'm expecting them to just run back to croc entry actually, unless, well, yeah, almost no matter what, like. What could this item be that not going there is where you want to end up? Well, I guess, well, no, Lava Dive's tube, so that works out really well if they can get there scot-free, because they need to clean up Red Tower.
Yeah, so Red Tower, Audra doesn't have X-ray checked, and with speed high jump, that's pretty fast now, as well as the other portals. And then there's still the two portals here over at Business Center.
Oh yeah, they didn't decide to do those. I forgot. You mentioned that it was a good play, and then they did it, and I paid no attention. But yeah, 2 reserves and 1 E-tank over here at Bowl Mountain, that's about as bad as it can get, frankly.
Yeah, it makes making the checks faster to find E-tanks, but you actually want to find progression when you're making these checks.
So, unless they end up in a situation where they want to do Novaria Lower Norfair, this was like worthless, which never feels good, but like, because of the items and the E-tank, it was fast enough that you probably don't feel too bad, as well as like, especially once Audra potentially cleans up the knowledge that Sloters has, like, there wasn't too much of other availability. Sloters is skipping that reserve.
Doesn't need it. Skip reserve, save a fanfare. Yeah, I don't think there's too many logical places for majors that they can get right now. We don't know what the Kraid boss is, and that's potential 2 items. Most of them Radiate can't do. Wreck Ship is also a mystery, because we don't know what boss that is either.
Yeah, so
we can
this
kill
is where
bosses now. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little rough because Audra definitely has the ability to kill any boss, but not with current health. Ridley would be very much not a thing to do, and I don't believe they didn't resave it like Oh yeah, I guess you could just get back out of there with a double spring ball, right? If you really wanted to.
Out of the map room.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a double spring ball jump to get up from there. So I can go this way. Like, the save was at Frog Speedway, so it's not too far away.
So this radio, we have the items to make, at the very least, this Mama Turtle check is in logic. The other portals I have questions about, but I don't think the runners care about the answers to those questions as far as logic is concerned.
That's right. Logically, you would go up all of Main Street to the top with high jump and spring ball, and then fall over here to Mama Turtle.
I was just thinking about, like, Redfish Door, for example, whether or not they can or will do that.
But we haven't seen that yet.
Yeah. Nice double spring ball.
Yep. Everyone's getting good at double spring ball these days. Used to be a hard trick.
Yeah. Both the skill ceiling and the skill 4 feel like they're rising pretty quickly here in these past few years. Oh, and it is gravity suit, and yeah, you can see if you back up all the way against that wall. With high jump and speed, you can just jump wall jump, so that's huge.
That's the power of double spring ball jump. So really good play by Audra. Big find.
And for the second time today in 2 major minor seeds, that's the gravity location. For all of our people keeping score in chat. No, because yeah, definitely expecting portal checks here. We'll see where either of them take them. Otter's in a position where not knowing the Kraid portal is feeling like it's getting more and more big. There's Turian, which is always a good thing to find.
Like not knowing Kraid is just a problem in terms of dead end count. Not really worried about them not running into it. It's in a cluster of portal checks.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about Varia and potentially like other majors. Like we currently know of 3 boss areas. Unfortunately, one of them is Lower Norfair. Oh, and that's where Red Tower Elevator is.
Red Tower.
Audra wants, I guess, Map Station. I would have thought about cleaning that stuff up.
After Map Station, we'll have full knowledge.
Floaters is doing this boss check. I don't know if she has the business center save. I would assume so, considering that she just didn't save here. But I was thinking about Wreck Ship and the fact that we know 2 boss locations that we can like actually get to, and if one of them is Phantom, which this isn't.
Yeah, so Sliders doesn't have the spring ball. That's how we would have gotten out of Rando.
Map was Croc, and Audra says no.
That puts front of Lower Norfair to back of Wreck Ship.
Ooh. That it does, so... Yeah, now it feels like... I think Audra's actually gonna go where Sloters just was in this Wreck Ship and be able to kill Dragon, but the back of the Lower Norfair, where we know the back goes, is not gonna be profitable unless Dragon has Varia, which is completely possible.
This is gonna be just a time loss for Sloters running into Dragon without a way to kill the boss. Audra has the gravity suit. Slightly dangerous fight, like being at 100 health. Should be able to pull it off.
Yeah, definitely going to be an ammo kill. Yeah. Really, really likes to hang out in this area because it really sucks to farm here, on or off Wreck Ship. And we do get a save, which makes sense.
Just for Ridley.
And this is, I want to say, another save scum for Sloters doing Croc, actually. I think if Ice isn't here, she can't get out, right? Considering we know Gravity and Spring Ball.
I think you can expect that.
It's an up door to a right door.
But from the map room.
Go in the map room. I don't know if Sloters is gonna have that thought, but this is why Aussie's on commentary.
Probably not realistic. I think it's a underwater map station. So you get a Crystal Flash. It's gonna drain ammo. So you can't really do the ammo kill anymore. You can now do the speed kill. Maybe more comfortable with that.
Yeah,
like
that it didn't
the
even cross my
angle.
mind. Croc has grapple as he's supposed to, but
Go back to the Dragon now.
that is it's not really gonna help her get out. Oh, that was quite a
Big
bit of
chain
chain damage, but not a fatal amount of chain damage.
I guess that looked like a turnaround. So the knockback was knocking them into Dragon.
And, I mean,
But
got the blue suit, but that's not too useful when you're
okay.
not in East Meridia.
The tank
Hmm.
is there for you. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Like
Well.
I don't know if floaters can get out.
Right.
But the knowledge is amazing because gravity is literally here as long as she comes back. But what's I'm very curious about the plan.
Running
That's
to the exit. So hopefully
obviously the biggest find left in the seed. I was consternating before the Varia showed up about this portal check being lower Norfair. Like, if you knew it wasn't Ridley, it's kind of doable on this loadout, right? Like, charge wave, high jump speed, 40, 30, 20. Oh, the spark! No, the spark doesn't.
Spark
Spark
doesn't
doesn't work. She's consternating. The longer she consternates, if she doesn't get out, is bad. If she does get out,
Oh no, wrong spark. Okay, not trying again.
she is resetting. So it's unfortunate because, I mean, you have to do the fight again. But like I said, as long as she like goes right. Oh no, she doesn't have. Where's Spring Ball? 'Cause she doesn't have that.
Yeah, it does need a way to get to Mama Turtle. Spring Ball. I don't remember what Spring Ball is. Let's say it was Upper Norfair.
Which is why I'm confused. No, well, hold on. It would have had to be Ice Beam? Because everything else was the tank.
Yeah, that's what you said at the time. Could have been Spazer.
That is what it was. It's at Spazer. Oh my. And
This is exciting. This is not exciting.
we were both having the thought of like, are they gonna do that? Oh goodness.
Ran right into the lava. I guess planned on resetting.
Yeah, I think not knowing Ridley is what makes it so risky.
See, that was the back of wreck ship check. Okay.
Yeah. I
So
hadn't marked that knowledge. But yeah, this oh my goodness. So this just got really it's funny because like Spring Ball gets floaters both gravity and Varia, and knowing that it gets you Varia might make you put off gravity. This race just got spicy. Oh my goodness. Cause yeah, Audra already said no to Croc and is not going back to Meridia right now, so Varia's far away. If we find Ridley, it's not a huge deal. If we don't, like, they're either gonna have to decide to do a full hell run with a Ridley fight, or they're gonna have to decide to do Croc in a kind of bad location.
This very just keeps looking really far away for floaters. Moving away from it now.
Oh my goodness.
I know how the portals are connected.
I'm assuming she wants to clean up Red Tower.
I could see Gauntlet here, looking for Rain
that
Ball
too.
Rise.
Ooh, and yeah, I mean it could be ice. And the other thing is that Red Tower, funnily enough, like especially if you have a save, that's the top of West Meridia, and if you like fall down to Mama Turtle, you get gravity. That's another possibility here. That's like it's like God route craziness from floaters, but we'll have to see what she decides to do.
Escaping
Which somehow includes barking instead of refilling.
So this is East Meridia for Audra. Bad portal.
Yeah, East Meridia makes a lot of sense with gravity speed. Dragon's dead.
With Dragon dead, this route is a lot better.
We'll have to see about.
Plasma
Sorry,
check
excuse
as well.
me. Yeah, plasma and check we'll have to see about. Plasma is not too bad. Could either pseudo screw or speed kill them. And Sloters is gonna do this this Kraid boss check.
Yeah, it's 1 in 3 of unkillable. For now. Sloters has full health now, so at least possible.
Yeah. Audra not choosing to do plasma currently, just wants to go to the boss. I was gonna say Ridley's the best find, and then I looked at their current super count. It's gonna get a little bit better because of all these cacks, but I guess they're probably just gonna drop down to Botsman Hallway and do the item check and the farm. That makes sense. And it was Vanilla Kraid, so
It's going down. So it's 2 items here in the Kraid's lair, which is really good for Sloters. We're getting
another reserve.
Plasma beam. Plasma at Kraid is really nice. Sloters set for beam damage. Charge wave plasma is all you need.
Very,
Also
very
get
good.
another item in game.
So we're now down to 50-50 Ridley being vanilla. At the Varia location for Audra, Ridley being vanilla would be not the greatest thing. So this is a pretty big thing. The other thing is they still need to get to the right side of criteria to find. Unfortunate spark. To find Kraid's lair is what I was going to say, which had a funny combination of beams. At least it was in the right order.
Yeah, I still believe Audra will get there soon.
Yeah, where does front of East Meridia go? Front of East Meridia goes to Aqueduct. And that'll lead them, or not, front of East Meridia is Aqueduct. It goes to Green Elevator, so a little bit of a trek through Green Bryn, but it would get you back to Red Tower, where both the good Lower Norfair portal and,
Okay.
you know, the other things they don't know about are.
Oh, that's bad X Factor.
Yeah.
3 hit.
The door transition did act in a vanilla way because it was right to left. So could do the normalized X Factor setup. Didn't end up working.
Yeah, moved a little too soon.
It looks like she wants that.
Sloters really needs movement items, and it's finding other good items. They're not movement items. Just watching Audra out with this Ridley fight. The off-color Ridley, it's a little harder to tell instead.
Yeah, I thought they had a pretty good idea of damage. Didn't even, and has quite a lot in the reserves. So, yeah.
Not expecting Varia behind Ridley.
We do get ice.
Yeah, it's like the best thing. Could have been here.
So yeah, to our knowledge, Sloters needs pretty much either needs to get that spring ball or needs to fall down West Meridia. And whichever one it is, it needs to happen relatively soon. Ooh. Unfortunately, the door goes the wrong way and area does this to you, but that was a cool spark through there.
Yeah.
And yeah, here's a point that
So this is top of Meridia. Right?
yeah, I don't know if she has a save close that would make falling. Well, falling down here is semi-free anyway because you can go out of Main Street, and unfortunately, the Spazer's on the other side of that red tower. But yeah, this could be like really good for Sloters. The question is just if the timing and pathing advantage that Audra has will be able to make up a difference of you know, having both suits on Sloters front.
A little high, but it should be good.
Also,
the gravity find for Sliders.
She did pick up plasma in the meantime, which is gonna make the recroc fight much faster. I feel like that's a non-negligible amount of time here.
Rocket's right here. Rocket is
Yeah.
down at Meridian Map. So we can have both suits really soon. I assume you want Varia. Like, this is a pretty good Very skip loadout. Except you don't know where Ridley is.
Yeah, I think that's probably at least one of the things that flicks the just get Varia switch is not knowing whether or not Ridley's down there on Lower Norfair. Audra not doing like even Sandpit here in East Meridia says to me that they're probably just considering this go mode.
So if Audra goes to Kraid as like the next thing and picks up Plasma, then that's a pretty good Lower Norfair item for safety.
Yeah.
And like has everything else they need to get through it. And is really practiced at that Varia. So they can do it.
Yeah, oh yeah, and back in Red Tower. So I'm interested to see how this routing plays out because the next thing they're gonna run into is the back of Lower Norfair. Doesn't currently have Crystal Flash ammo, so I think they're not gonna do that right now. Which would probably just be fine because like you go up top, you end up with, you know, moat and the Kraid and the ship refill and stuff, and you get all of your resources back, and then you can just come back here. We'll see what they think about X-ray as well, potentially.
No X-ray. Like Audra could consider this go mode, and just wants the fast items. It's just Lower Norfair without Screw Plasma, you can still die to damage.
Yeah, as well as
Let's see, Torian is West Meridia.
Yeah.
Because you do need to think about how to route bosses into the Torian finish.
Yeah. So this is all gonna work out. It's all gonna work out pretty well. Yeah, I think this will clean up all the rest of the proto knowledge for Audra. Gonna pop out a mode and then end up finding Kraid. They probably think they're going back that way, so the supers will be gotten in, hopefully. But I think you definitely get those supers at some point. So yeah, more than likely both runners are in go mode. Also, yeah, especially because this is like vanilla Kraid. Like I expect Audra to do both of these because like if somehow Varia was like here, like you stumbled on something like really nice, honestly.
But you still want E-tanks.
Yeah, that too.
It's not really anything you want to skip.
Especially since I think they've seen 3 reserve tanks. And Slaughters didn't pick up grapple the second time. I guess with a spark kill of well, not a spark kill, a microwave kill of Dragon, you really don't need that grapple.
Yeah, that's all grapple would be for at this point. Microwave. It's gonna be Audra's third boss, and Slaughters is still at just the Kraid kill. It's a lot of boss progress to make up for this other side. It does have Varia. It's like 2 of those boss kills are Kraid, Croc. 2 Croc kills in Kraid.
Supering that transition door. Shoutouts to Vanilla Muscle Memory. And yeah, that plasma's very, very nice to find. That even makes your like ammo concerns. Well, not that it was, you know, Ridley down there anyway, but you don't have to use like any ammo on the boss if you don't want to. And don't even have to ship refill if you just farm here.
Right, farming up for the Lower Norfair trip. I think Audra knows all the transitions right now. Definitely knows enough to finish the scene.
For sure, yeah. I do want to say that knowledge is complete, but it may not be. Yeah. Gonna hopefully not pick up Sneezer.
Transitions. Don't know how their progress is going.
So yeah, funnily enough, they're actually both going to be headed to Lower Norfair right now. Soda's a little bit ahead, but yeah, 3 bosses to 1, and as long as Audra doesn't have too much trouble down here, it's going to be fine to not have Varia.
Yeah, the power bomb count is concerning because it doesn't have bombs, and it's just 20.
Yeah, the good thing is they're full and they will be full. You could farm to full right here if you so desired. Isn't going to, but yeah. I mean, you're coming right to Fire Fleas, right? So it doesn't really matter. I wonder if Sodas checks this.
If you're actually concerned about power bombs, you can stop and reload Fire Fleas. Oh, plus there's a major at Fire Fleas.
Yeah, which is an E-Tank refill. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know at what timing Audra's gonna want to pick that up, but I'm assuming now.
Get it now.
Yeah.
Because health is gonna be below half.
Another super, just to, you know, make things even more free than they already were.
Yeah, super is not really adding anything. Only super Fantune so many times.
Especially when you can microwave him. So yeah, very, very well-placed E-Tank in this position for Audra. Yeah, I mean, so we've been talking about like relative go mode. Soda's in like total and complete go mode. May or may not find that ice beam behind Ridley. But other than that, really like needs nothing. This is a very nice loadout. You got new route movement. You even got screw attack for fun, and very good beam.
Like Audra doesn't have screw attack, doesn't have area. But still not expecting any problems here with Lower Norfair. Having full beam is still very helpful in getting through it. Has a good amount of health. It's just the power bomb count, not having morph bombs that would be very...
Yeah. Elected not to save, so feeling very confident as you said.
Elected to KO the spike platform for big damage.
Yeah. This is a lot safer than it is in an RBO scenario because of the gravity suit. These enemies end up doing a lot more damage in that scenario than they would in this one. So like, you're not concerned about, you know, bouncing off the flame in Wasteland. You're not concerned about that bug hit, and you know, even using it to deboost because you know this is Fantune. Not going to be any concerns as far as like, you know, health needed for the fight, and kind of regardless of drops, you can just like. Sorry, you go.
The because then it makes the room really laggy, and that makes it harder to jump through on the platforms. And falling into lava is pretty bad. I guess it's not that bad with gravity. You don't want to.
Seasoned RBO. Did someone beat you for third? Did I see that, or are you still third?
I think I'm still third. I haven't checked on it that recently.
Oh, misses the speedball. But with Varia, you're not, you know, concerned about time and health. And yeah, that's boss number 4, microwave purple Fantune. I really like that purple. And yeah, the only thing standing between Audra and the end of the game is this back Lower Norfair home run and a few transitions between Red Tower and
big
West
power bomb
Meridia.
Refill.
Yep, love to see that. Got to max 20. I'll be interested to see where they decide to Crystal Flash. Yeah, I was gonna say this is right here is the safest place.
Yeah, Flower House is really dangerous to go through. Like if you could get through that room, it would help a lot. Like Metal Pirates is fine. But, there's 80 tanks and 2 reserves. Probably enough.
Did they not pick up a third? I know we saw a third.
I thought we skipped the third.
Yeah, semi-irrelevant. This is like more than enough health, as you were saying. And both, I'm gonna say, like, you know, movement and microwave. Both of these runners have been playing pretty well. Yeah, that wasn't really what you wanted to see.
Yeah, unlike an RBO, did you have gravity suit? Reduce the damage by a lot. Taking Spiga hits is normally really bad.
I think if you like play super well, you don't need to Crystal Flash again, but I'm curious if they will decide to, you know, do some PB farming for another one. Because it's kind of tight.
Yeah, I think if you kill the key hunters, you're still safe. But you do have the option of farming power bombs here twice to get enough for Crystal Flash. You can also farm the dragons for power bombs in the next round. No grapple.
And didn't even want the spike hit, so it's leaving that power bomb. But yeah, this is, like I said, the safest way to just, you know, farm up power bombs and Crystal Flash again.
Yeah, so to get these power bombs, you want to do the normal strat for getting the E-tank. Is probably the best way, because that'll kill all the fire fleas and give you iframes to run on the spikes. Just have enough to just go up from here.
Yep, 2 more power bombs in the next room. As long as you don't kill the enemies in the floor and not be able to get the power bomb drops. Oh, there was even a third one. I don't know that I'm not sure I was consciously aware that that dragon was there. And you can see from the way the different timings that these runners came into East Meridia. When Audra did, they had Dragon already killed, so just, you know, did the reverse Catgirls. Sloters had to loop all the way through the front and then do this bot swoop kill. Pathing wise, I'm not sure if going direct ship first would have even been better, but those are just some of the things that can happen in these settings where the order you do things matters.
Making the play to Mama Turtle off of Spring Ball worked out really well for the route. Was able to get gravity before finding Dragon, and then turning the Dragon kill into a clean East Meridia route, and then just had enough majors found after that point to finish the save.
Yep, and Varia being a friend and chilling in the water and not in the hot lava of Lower Norfair. Yeah, question in chat why Soda's this far behind. Some of it is just like they took very different routes, and the way that like happened ended up with Spring Ball being available for a Mama Turtle play that Sloters couldn't do from the bottom, as well as doing Crocomire twice and taking quite a while to reset out of it for Sloters. And yeah, that's the easy, like, big macro stuff. Everything else was, you know, subtle and nuanced and happened all over the seed. So yeah, in the Turian, while Sloters is on her third of 4 bosses.
Gonna get the full ammo and health refill because we're playing area randomizer. Should be a straightforward Turian from here. Very strong equipment. It does find that ice beam behind River.
Definitely one of those items that is... I would say that's one of those items that you want basically every seed for the comfiness in Turian, if nothing else. So, when you're in situations like this where you're not checking a ton, if you do decide to check something and you end up getting ice, you're very happy.
Yeah, from here there's very few items that are gonna save time. Like maybe Space Jump, but ice would be the one that's good find. Slutters
Rando
didn't
the
ever
baby
end up
room.
finding.
That she did not, and that is people who are familiar with our scene in
Tragedy.
Slutters. Yeah, it's her favorite item, and its implications in this seed being what they were. It's top 10 Super Metroid Randomizer betrayals. Look out for that from your favorite content creator. So baby was skipped. We're headed towards the sentient mother brain and her diabolical schemes.
Gotta put just a stop to them schemes.
There's the
Click
skip.
past skip right through the defenses. Bet she wasn't expecting that. Yep. 18 explosives to the brain. She's mad.
Very fast full beam fight is what this will be. And as long as the damage down is to the correct number, this will be all she wrote for Aldra's seed. Has the option of doing stand up as well.
Expect to see it. Just need to remember no suit. If you're going for stand up, then pretty safe about that.
There's
About an hour finish time. It's pretty solid time for
Floaters has found her way back to wreck ship. One last boss to kill at Dragon, and then has a pretty quick route back to Turian, I want to say, right? Yeah, just walk back across Norfair and end up in West Meridia.
West Meridia is kind of centralized. But it has some good portals on it.
I'm looking at back out the front of wreck ship. You run from elevator to crate mouth, and then you're at Main Street. From there, I think it's pre-aqueduct door, so do a little 20%. There were some very, very beautiful colors over here on Audra's side for the baby and Mother Brain, and Mother Brain 3 goes down with, I think that was 5 shots. And we're
pretty good. Stand up.
We're gonna be running away from this dying planet.
Escape immediately. Mission. Someone put a timer on the screen, so now it's time to speedrun.
Definitely how that works. Doug has some words for me, as he often does. It's always a fun sight to see. But yeah, like I said a little bit ago, I think both these runners played this pretty well. The crowd check was definitely a risk that you could argue paid out. It just cost a lot of time, and it seemed like overall the route that Audra ended up taking just ended up really clean, and that was a lot of the difference here. Floaters might just barely get into Torian before the done comes through.
Audra's route just worked out a little better. Checking rock, hoping for high jump or gravity is a thing that they could be made to do. Gravity specifically, but not this seed. And that's Audra from the A team taking the win, getting their team the third win they needed from this series. They're going to be moving on to the next round of playoffs.
Yep, finish at 59 minutes 50 seconds. Slaughter's, as you can see, into Turian just barely does end up coming through with the forfeit.
Got their toe into Torian water.
Yeah. A Turian she's done several times. No need for practice. And yeah, a hard-fought series from both sides, and we're joined by our winner. GG's to you, Audra.
Oh, that was stressful. There were a lot of things that happened with my route that could have been big weak points. It's like the order I checked stuff in West Meridia. If I had just followed that red tower portal, like I was counting on those two transitions just being like data collection, and then I'm just like, okay, I'll go back out where the map is because I don't want to like backtrack from Mama Turtle. And then like backtrack again. But I probably should have just gone to the map first. So I saw Croc there, that's a dead end, I can't do anything with that. I didn't want to like backtrack again through West Meridian, and I was like autopiloting out, and I was like, what can I do from here that's like faster than if I'd just gone out Red Tower way? Because I was thinking, I'm still missing a bunch of Red Tower portals. I expect something's gonna spit me out there at some point. I'm just like, okay, I don't know. I guess we direct ship. I can probably kill the boss now, right? I just hope that the other side doesn't spit me into Lord Norfair. I was feeling not great through a lot of the run with that weighing on my mind, and I was already not feeling great because the order I chose to like clear Upper Norfair and just got me more tanks, which didn't really help me.
Yeah, Upper Norfolk was weird in this one. We are also joined by Slutters. GC's to you. Yeah, the race was interesting. You two were like, I think when you both ended up like ship refilling early for Peeps, you were like completely synced, and then like there was some divergence, like Green Bryn versus Red Tower, and from there, you were mostly in different places for the whole time. But yeah, the biggest difference here was Crocomire was checked by Slutters, which, as you may have remembered on the credits, is Varia, but when she first went down there, didn't have a way out of Meridia map with not having Spring Ball. Do you want to talk about that play? Feel free, Slutters.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a gamble doing that. Not the suit I wanted down there. The knowledge was kind of good, I guess. I probably would have been better off just skipping at that point, but when I got Gravity, I knew I was very close to it, and I still didn't know where Ridley was, so I figured I'd play it safe and just go and get it. But yeah, really unfortunate where Spring Ball was. I almost went back that way after getting the supers, but then I saw there was like another path back to Green Bryn, so I was like, oh, I'll just go this way instead. And then yeah, I figured out at some point it was either like Kraid is at Kraid's lair, like Fantoon, and that's going to lead to progression, or it's like some suitless thing, and I was just missing that suitless information that would have like pushed me into Mama Turtle's area.
Where was Spring Ball? I don't remember where it was.
Spacer.
Oh yeah. Spacer is either like really good or really bad in this.
Yeah, I went through Red Tower first instead of Green Bryn, so I passed it and then got supers and then just went to Green Bryn from there, so I never really went back there until after it was like kind of useless. I think I might have passed it once, but yeah.
Oh, so you did like the full like go around ice climb for Gravity?
No, I did. So I never checked the Red Tower elevator, so I ended up checking that after I like figured out it was something had to be like at Mama Turtle or it was at Spacer, and so I just like fell from there after I figured that out.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't think of that. Ice was really late, I think, so that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, that was behind Ridley, wherever Ridley was.
Ridley was in Meridia, and my fight was so sketchy. I really should have saved before it. I decided like last minute to X Factor when I went in, and I didn't set up the timing properly because I didn't think of it early enough, and yeah, had some particles flying around. I thought I was gonna die.
I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to realize you hadn't saved before that, but yeah, it was yeah, it's interesting because like, you know, from your perspective you were worried about a lot of stuff, and from our perspective, like knowing stuff, it just seemed like, you know, you had some stuff
I'm just cruising, you know.
You had a lot of stuff outstanding,
fine.
but yeah, where it ended up being kind of worked out for your end game route with like, you know, the right side criteria stuff leading you to Crane and Red Tower. And like, you know, the items definitely, like, you know, you had good movement throughout, you know, Plasma and Ice kind of fell into your lap. So
I was just like the whole time once I realized where Kraid was, and it was like very, very accessible from if you ever decided to, you know, check the Red Tower portals from either direction. I was just like, okay, Kraid was here, and then Lord Norfair was here, and I'm still playing around the fact that Kraid might just have Varia. And if Kraid has Varia, I pretty much lost this because you go this way makes more sense. You go Kraid, get Varia, do Lord Norfair from the back, easy. You don't check back of wreck ship and stuff. And there's yeah, these are interesting because there's a lot of ways that these can go.
We actually saw Slaughter skip the Kraid boss check. First time she found the Kraid's lair. Didn't have a way to kill Dragon or Ridley at the time, so put that off for quite a while.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking too hard about, like, I was thinking that me finding gravity could have been a big advantage, but I wasn't completely counting on it, and I felt like the seed might be telegraphing enough to where you do that anyways. And then like when I saw Croc, I'm just like, oh, I basically go, right? I don't have time to do this. It's probably nothing. So I wasn't thinking about like checking Croc first. Because I almost did that too. I almost checked the map station turn just, and I was like, no, I think this item's worth it. Because it's been something good enough times from this direction. So I kind of put it out of my mind that might have been something Slaughter's did, was check Croc at that first time and found something like pivotal there.
all in all, an exciting race. I'm gonna quickly go the floor to Slaughter's. Unfortunately for you and the Catgirls, the season's over. If you want to say anything as far as, you know, your performance, your teammates, thoughts on the season, etc.
Yeah, I'll say I'm very proud of my teammates, especially Cutie. He put in a ton of practice, and it really showed in this series, I think. It's a bummer I couldn't keep it going, but honestly, all the teams, like, I want to say this is like a really bad matchup for us to get right now, but like literally every team that was in this round was really good. I wouldn't want to really face any of them anyways. So that's just kind of the way it goes once you get to these later rounds, but I'm happy with how our team did overall. I think everyone, you know, put in a lot of work, and I'm proud of all the games that we did. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, always good to have your team in the league. I know, you know, last league season had some funny stuff going on to where you ended up with a crazy round one matchup. Obviously, regular season went a bit better for you all this year, and you all are, you know, 3 great runners, 3 fun people to have around, and you know, wish you all the best in future Super Metroid, you know, adventures, randomizer or otherwise. As for the A team, you all have a rematch that I'm sure you're very interested in avenging from the regular season against the Bullies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to say real quick that I figured I'd have to become a cat girl to defeat Sloters, and it looks like it worked. So
The
I
people that
consider
can't
that a
see.
win. More cat girls in the world.
Yeah. So yeah, once again, GG to you both again. As Audra, sorry, I almost slipped. If you have any thoughts about, future of the playoffs for you all or anything, feel free.
no comment.
All right. I'm sure the fans of Super Metroid Randomizer as well as myself are, hyped to see a very, very tough matchup of two very good teams, and hopefully, the other outstanding series can finish up pretty quickly, and we'll be getting into that pretty soon. Future schedule going out. 3 of the 4 series are now done. As I said, 18 moving on to face the Chicago Bullies. Vileplume versus Cutie Coaches. Currently, Game 3 is Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern. That is Professor School versus Fighting John. If Cutie's Coaches make force a Game 4 will be at 8 p.m. Eastern. Linofist versus Nevdi. And Game 5 has not yet been scheduled. Yes, Duck, it is Game 3. There were some internet issues that caused some scheduling to be pushed back quite a bit. So a little bit of a light slate coming up here as we finish off this round of 8. And after that, it's only going to get tougher into the semifinals. So that's all I have. I'm going to pass it over to my co-commentator, Asi, and he can take us out or say any final words.
Sure thing. Thanks, D-Whip. Yeah, this has been end of a great series. Into playoffs where all of our matchups are going to be need to see. Going to Game 5, as this one did. I guess that's it for us tonight. I'd like to thank Paragon for tracking, D-Web for coming with me, and of course, our runners, and Audra and Sloters. But that'll be it here, so see you all next mission.